sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Pittsburgh. Screen. Greystone travel.
Throwing on first down. Vaughn. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Vaughn. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Here we go, set, 8, read.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Here we go. 30 base. Snap.
To throw on 2nd down. Vaughn. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throw left side complete. That's Burgess. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
Down. 10 too soft.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Vaughn. Now they go screen. It's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. 2nd and 6. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 27, Wilson. He's got his man here is Gary Jennings Jr. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st down, here's Breida. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
25, check 25, check 25. Shoot.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10, running out of the gun here, Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
14, got it. I'm letting you know right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
At the 16-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
What? 280. 56. I got him.
From the 16, Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
What? 280. Mike's 56. They can't hang with us. What? 56. Right there. 56.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 17 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vaughn, he's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14.
Ready up. Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Number West. Ready, ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Vaughn. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Mike, 56. Exit, exit.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. This is Jennings. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run with Breida. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Matt Breida, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shelton. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So they decline it, as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Bourne. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He got 29 yards that time.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And back at the 8 now. 3rd and goal.
Come on, D. Check 26.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
56, right there, 56.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Caleb Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Throwing is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vaughn. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. Cooper was the target there. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a toss play. It's Breida. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
56, right there, 56.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He wants it all for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Over the middle, complete. It's Burgess. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen.
That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Mike's 56. Switch up, switch up. Gun. 14.
Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st down, Vaughn letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, 62 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. Operating from the gun, Vaughn, and he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and with it, they're back within a field goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Well, the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Let's go, baby.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Watch twins.
To throw is Wilson. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run on 1st down. Sheffield. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Vaughn. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 40. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st and 10, Vaughn. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Vaughn. It's complete to Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Raiders get a score closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this next drive in excellent shape right at the 50. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11.